Okay, I'm back and I've gone ahead and fixed the problem with the overflow paint. I remasked the area over the black, and I went ahead and did a light dusting of the hull color, and I've taken care of the issue. Still not perfect, but it's almost there, and when you look at it from far away, it looks fantastic. I must say, painting on these markings is a lot superior to any decals that I could have put on there, so I'm really happy I'm doing it this way, and I'll proceed with the other side now. Be back soon. Okay, here's the mask and the painting done with the mask still in place. I thought you guys might want to take a look at it. Looks good. There was a little splatter on the black, but I got good even coverage, and I'm waiting for it to dry. I've already hit it with the heat gun, and I'm going to wait a few more minutes and remove it. Should be alright. And then I'll see over here, as much as I tried, the mask still lifts up a little bit, so I expect there's going to be some seepage, and I'll have to fix it again. But it's fixable. Anyway, that's what it looks like. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and remove the masks now. I've already removed the big cardboard paper that protects the rest of the ship. And here we go. Let's see how it comes out. Yeah, there's some overflow, I knew it. A little bit more than the other one, but still fixable. Alright, this thing is making me work double. At least the rest of it looks good. Alright. Nice. I love the crispiness, the crispness of the line when you paint the detail on the hull. There's nothing like it, that's for sure. And the area that'll need to be fixed. Oh well. Okie doke. See you soon. Okay, the inferior stripes have been painted on, as you can see, and they look darn good. Little touch-up work maybe there with the hull color, little paint brushing, minor little things. But obviously it's a lot easier to get the decals down on this side because there weren't as many surface details that pushed them up. So all in all, it looks great. I'll touch that up and then I'll continue on with the engine covers in the top rear, and I've got some ideas for that. So moving along with this build. Talk to you soon. Okay, starboard main engine cover has been painted, and I chose to use the Alclad steel. I was between steel and magnesium Alclads, and steel's on the left, magnesium is on the right. Magnesium would look cool also, but it's just a darker shade of gray, whereas the steel is almost very dark gray to almost black, like a light black, and it's metallic. It looks like steel. So I thought it would be cool looking, and it certainly looks that way. I'm waiting for it to dry, and I'm going to remove the masks and see how it looks, and then I'll do the port engine cover. So the main painting is almost done. Then comes the pin washing to emphasize panel lines and such, and weathering. I will do some weathering on this guy. The studio model was weathered. How heavy I go will depend, I guess, on what I think looks good. Okay. Take care, guys. See you soon. Okay. Finished with the painting of the main engine covers with the alclad steel, and I have to say I really like the color. It's a very dull metallic type thing. Really offsets the engine covers against the gray of the ship, and of course the stripes are darker. So the main painting of the ship is done. Now comes the pin washing and the weathering. See if I can show you guys the bottom one more time without having an accident here. Oops, what happened there? Nope, nothing happened, thank God. Okay. There's the stripes on the bottom once again. So getting closer with this guy. Alright, talk to you soon. Okay, very important detail that I left out in my last segment. Of course, we need to paint the pentagons on the wings. Very important. Now, these are the actual decals that come with a kit. As you can see, good quality decals, but decals nevertheless. And since I've painted the stripes, Jerry provides in his decal mask set a pentagon for each wing, so that's what I'll be doing. And as far as mixing up the color, I will use the green that I have and I will lighten it just like I did with the blue when I painted Spidey, when I was trying to get the blue for Spidey. Let me see here, where's my green? There we go. Green 538, Spies Hecker. Let's open it up. As I recall, this is a pretty dark green, so it's definitely going to have to be lightened. Let me set my camera aside so I can do this safely. Okay. Alright. As you can see, it's a pretty dark green. Looks bluish on the camera, but it's green. It's just getting exposed wrong. Here's the cap. Gives you a better idea. I'll take a little bit and I'll play with it and mix it up. Try and get it down to the green that these things are supposed to be with. I'll try and match the decals themselves so I can match the colors. I'll come back and I'll show you guys what I've done. Okay, here's what I have so far. I've mixed. I took the green As you can see, the original green is on the side there, and I've added a couple of squirts of white to lighten it up, and I'm beginning to get close to the color, but to my eye, and it's a little brighter than what the camera shows. To my eye, it needs to be slightly a yellower tinge of green, if you know what I mean. Mixing green and yellow does not make blue, because blue is a primary color, so it just makes a slightly yellower tinge of green, which is sort of what I'm looking for here. So that's what I'll do. I'll add a drop or two of yellow and see where that gets me. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, so I think I'm getting pretty close now. I added yellow in increments of drops, kept adding, making it a yellower shade of green, and then I added a little bit more white to lighten it up even more, and kept playing with that, and I think that's pretty close right there. I'm going to call that the green I'm going to use, and that's what's going to go on the wing. So got my green, and I'll go ahead and apply the masks. Okay, masking decal has been applied. In order to do this correctly, you have to use a transfer tape. There's a wonderful tutorial in Jerry Hedgecock's channel, HTA Model Works, on YouTube, where he explains how to do this. It's the only way you'll be able to get this thing on here, because obviously the two inner pentagons are separate from the other ones, and if you want it all to be aligned, it has to go on a transfer tape. Here's the ones that I extracted. They're back on the thing. The transfer tape is included with the decals, and that's how you apply it. Now, I've already used my small spatula to make the decal go into the slots, as you can see, so that I don't get any overflow of the color into the slotting, the panel lines on the ship. And next comes applying tape to isolate just this area, and then I will hit it with the green that I showed you guys. And let's get on with it. Okay, I've isolated the area with tape, and I've loaded up my airbrush with the green after I thinned it, and I'm going to go ahead and proceed. And let's do this, show you guys how I do it. The green is coming out pretty nice, so let's go ahead and get it done. Let it dry for a second. I'd like to get some into the slots so it becomes greener. Alright, looks good. Don't want to overdo it. Don't want to apply so much that it becomes a big glob. Airbrushing, you should go light. I probably went a little heavy on that. I was trying to get it into the slots, but everything self-levels out pretty well, and it looks good. I'm gonna let it dry before I remove the the mask, obviously. Otherwise I'm going to have a disaster. So I'll come back and I'll show you after I'm done. Alright. Okay, here's the Pentagon. I've removed the masks. All in all, it's pretty nice. Got an area there that I need to touch up. And another area there where I tried to get a little bit of adhesive off and ended up scratching the paint a little bit. Careless on my part, I know, but all in all though, looks pretty nice. So that's the port wing, right? Port wing, yes. I just have to do the starboard wing, and that'll be the end of my main paint. I've unmasked the Cylons, as you can see. I've got the where is that thing? The canopy somewhere around here. I was test fitting it just a second ago. Ah, here we go. This is going to need to be retouched also. But I'll glue it on there. And it's pretty nice. Okay guys, talk to you soon. Okay, I'm back, and I am done with all the major painting on the Cylon Raider. Got all the both Pentagons done, as you can see. They look fantastic. Got the main engine covers painted with the alclad steel. They look fantastic. Got the canopy on, glued, touched up any little details and things, and done with the main painting. Now comes light weathering, pin washing, etc., etc. So I'll do some touch-up work, and I'll emphasize the details with all that, the panel lines, do some light weathering, maybe some streaking along the leading edge of the ship. Nothing too heavy. This is not, after all, the Falcon, but it does have some weathering, and I'd like it to have a little bit. So, but I'm very, very pleased with the main paint job. The masking decals are definitely the way to go with this thing. It's worth it, at least in my opinion anyway. Nothing like painting to really make it look like part of the ship. Anyway, I'll be back after I'm done with the weathering, and I'll show you the final result. Okay guys, the Raider is finished. I have completed the paint job, I've completed the pin wash, emphasizing all the details on the surface, and I've completed the weathering to my satisfaction. And let me show you what I got. See if I can get a decent view here without dropping this guy, because I'll kill myself if I drop him. Okay, here we go. There's some streaking and weathering that I did with the oil paints using the Aptalung Starship Filth and the engine grease colors. Got some streaking here too, and here as well. I stained the greeblies on the top, including right there. I used some engine grease to dirty them up a little bit. I didn't want to go as far as I did with the Falcon, but I do believe that I wanted a worn, streaky, weathered look to it, like he'd been in battle for several times and all that. I realize in space there's no dirt, but hey, you know. I considered doing some pock marks on it and stuff, and I may still do it. We'll see. I've got time before the base gets here. I did the same for the bottom. As you can see, it was subtle, but I got streaking done. And let me show you how I turn it on. The bottom panel is removable. The battery sits right there. Still got some particles from my grinding from previously in there. They keep falling out. I guess that's going to happen for some time. Oh well. The battery switch sits right here. I just flick it on. Replace my cover. And there he is. There's the Centurions by your command. There's the laser cannons firing. The headlights. The bottom lights. And of course the main engine. Both main engines nice and bright. So that's my Cylon Raider. When the base gets here, I will set him up and I'll show you. I got myself one of those acrylic bases from Flux Dimensions, which is an eBay seller that sells all sorts of acrylic specialty bases for Star Wars ships and Galactica ships and all sorts of props, and you can find them on eBay. Flux Dimensions, FLUXDIMENSIONS. I found the base, and when I get it, I'll show you. So I'm anxious to see that. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to set them up on the base. It sets them up sort of up like this a bit. And I got some ideas as to maybe enhancing the base with some more acrylic and maybe even lighting it. And where to display it, because this is a big model. This is about as big as the Falcon almost, and I'm running out of space in my office inside the house, so I'm going to have to figure out where to display them. I may display them here in my man cave. But it's a sweet kit. I enjoyed building it. I wish I could have finished it earlier, but other things came up, other builds came up, and he got put on hiatus for a while, but better late than never, right? So that's my TOS Mobius 1/32 scale Cylon Raider. Talk to you later.